The pine cones that he collected were concealed and stored in this freezer, which is kept consistently at -80 degrees Celsius. Typically, a CD such as this would cost $10 to $20 on the store shelves, but J.J. Heller gave her CD away for free for anybody who sponsored a child through World Vision. If you've walked on the promenade, you may have noticed some changes near the Student Center. That's because construction workers have started building an outdoor patio next to KR's place. The police report states that it was here at the 9300 block of Apison Pike that while responding to the scene, officers observed Sanchez's vehicle driving in the other direction.
Answering service, may I help you?
Students in the School of Nursing go through rigorous training to prepare them for careers in a hospital. And while rigorous means tough, you don't hear students gripe in this lab.
I don't really have a least favorite part yet. No complaints.
No complaints for a class that uses hands-on simulation labs into the curriculum. An experience that Professor Joelle Wolf says will better prepare students for the real world.
If they make a mistake, that it stays in Simland Hospital here and that they can learn from it and then hopefully be better nurses out in the real world.
During simulation labs, students work with many of the same tools that they would find in a real hospital setting. But one thing you won't see in a hospital is this. A mannequin.
Hi, darling. I'm so glad you're here.
Here, it's all on us, and we have to figure out what's wrong and do the best that we can with the resources that we have.
While students face various scenarios in the hospital room, a professor controls each move and sound the simulator makes in a separate room.
It's not much better.
As decisions are made and acted upon, the remaining students monitor progress via live video stream in the nurses' station.
It makes it more real. It makes you more able to practice the skills that you've learned and to see what you need to work on.
Nursing Dean Barbara James plans to expand the simulation labs from strictly the associate's level to bachelor's and master's level students starting next year.
We feel very blessed, but we have dreams to grow and expand.
For now, students continue to practice in a safe, controlled environment where any mistakes they make can be a learning experience for everyone. From Florida Hospital Hall,
You might be developing a clot.
I'm Nathan Lewis.
Well, whatever. I just don't wear girly hose.
Dateline Southern News. Bugs, plants, and research. A long semester of extensive studying has come down to this. The annual Biology Expo, a college-level science fair in Hickman Hall. But it's more than a display of semester projects. Students like Melissa Seidel and Caleb Hoeshu presented a project so involved it's been ongoing for several years. It started when Dr. Lee Spencer brought pine cone specimens from the Banks Island. Seidel explains the theory.
All of the specimens in the mountains were believed to be billions of years old.
The facts.
There's 4 components to DNA: adenosine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine.
And with those facts, the research.
And cytosine has a very short half-life of just about a couple thousand years.
When Dr. Spencer returned from the Banks Island approximately 2 years ago, the pine cones that he collected were concealed and stored in this freezer, which is kept consistently at -80 degrees Celsius. With gloves on to protect from the frigid temperatures, Dr. Joyce Azevedo shows SAU News the pine cones used in the research. The DNA is preserved because
when things are frozen, chemical degradation of DNA is slowed down to almost a minimum.
We want to eventually extract the ancient DNA and prove that there is cytosine in there. And when we extract it and find cytosine, then that will prove that it's not billions of years old, because the cytosine would no longer be found in the DNA.
So using these tools to extract DNA and record their findings, they made a big discovery.
And we proved that cytosine is in there, and we proved that our methods and everything were done correctly, that the cytosine shouldn't be in there compared to what the evolutionists are saying. So it actually is a lot bigger than just a science project.
So as Caleb and Melissa roll up the DNA records, this is not the end of the research. It's merely closing a chapter. Next semester, a new chapter of data collecting will begin. With SAU News, I'm Nathan Lewis.